Welcome to Unit 1, Lesson 13, Part 2. Yesterday, you guys talked about different kinds of word problems, and today we're going to extend that lesson. You will need your practice book and a pencil. Please make sure you have those two things ready to go before you watch this video. Press pause until you have those items now. Yesterday, we talked about different addition and subtraction problems, and we talked with the word variables. That vocabulary word variable stands for a letter that represents some unknown number. So you can see on page 37, which you worked on yesterday, is I've got a variable here, here, and here. Now remember, a variable could be replaced with a question mark or just an empty box. Yesterday, you guys worked on 5, 6, and 7, and today, I would like us to work on the next page, page 38. Turn your page with now. Let's look at number 8 together. As I'm reading, you should follow along with your eraser or your pencil. At the end of the baseball game, there were 35,602 people in the stadium. There were 37,614 people in the stadium at the beginning of the game. How many people left before the game was over? Let's make a triangle to start with so that we can organize our numbers. Whenever I draw a triangle, I'm putting subtract, subtract, and add. Now let's look at our numbers one more time. It says at the end of a baseball game, there are 35,602 people left over in the stadium. At the beginning of the game, there were 37,614 people in all. When I have 37,614 total people, that's the number I'm going to put at the top of my triangle. That's the total that we had. The question is, how many people left before the game ended? I know that the game started with my 37,416. They said at the end I had 35,602. My question now is going to be, well, what's my unknown variable or unknown number? I'm going to represent that with the letter B. Now, that can be any letter that you choose, but I'm choosing B for baseball. Now, I can look at this triangle here, and I can write a variety of different equations. 37 minus 35,000 equals B, or I could go the other way. 37,614 minus B equals 35,602. Let's do 37,614 minus 35,602. That's going to get me what your B is. So 4 minus 2 is 2, 1 minus 0 is 1, 6 minus 6 is 0, 7 minus 5 is 2, and 3 minus 3 is nothing. So now I know that B is 2,112. So I'm going to say 2,112. Now my label, people who left. A little hint to find your label is anytime you see how many, your label is going to be the next words after that. So 2,012 people left. If you have not written what I wrote down on your practice book page, please pause this video and write down what I have written. That's something that you guys should be doing as we do our work. Now that you've written everything that I have written, let's look at number 9. This year, Pinnacle Publishing printed 64,924 more books then Premier Publishing. If Pinnacle printed 231,069 books, how many books did Premier print? Let's ask ourselves, okay, we've got two publishing companies. We've got Pinnacle and Premier. Who printed more books? Let's reread. This year, Pinnacle Publishing printed 64,924 more books than Premier. We know that Pinnacle created more books, okay? Well, how many more books did they create? 64,924, okay? The total amount of the books that they printed were 231,069 books. When I see that, I'm thinking, oh, that's the total number. Let's draw my triangle. The total number that they printed was 231,069 books. Now that I have my number on top, I can fill in with my extras. So I know that 64,924 was the extra amount that they created. I don't know how much Premier Publishing created, so I'm going to put a P here because I don't know. Now I'm going to solve for this unknown variable or unknown number. So I'm going to put my subtract, and add. Now I can subtract my two numbers from my triangle, 231,069 minus 64,924. Pause this video and line those numbers up, then solve to see how many Premier printed. Now that you've tried this problem on your own, see how you did. If you solved it correctly, you should have gotten 166,145. That is your unknown variable. P is 166,145. Now I'm going to write that as my answer. I see this word how many. I know the next word is going to be my label. So I've got 166,145, and my label is books. If you did not write what I've written or you got your problem wrong, double check and see if you can find your mistake. You guys have 3 more problems that you're going to be working on today, 10, 11, and 12. Please complete these 3 problems. Use the triangle if that helps you to solve these problems. Have fun!